to throw. Here's Darnold. A sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Here's Darnold to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Darnold looking to throw. On the move, headed right. His throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and goal, here's Taylor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Darnold. Intercepted in the end zone. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. First and 10.
No touch that. Tiger swamp, Tiger swamp. No touch.
Running left with Bigsby. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Offense in the hurry up here.
63. No touch.
From the pistol, Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, Hurts. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
73. No touch.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Finds a man right side. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs?
We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hurts throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Hurts now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Nearly an interception on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. Completed to Sutton. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Throwing here, Darnold. Caught by the open man. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get the game's first points here in the 2nd. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Good. Hey!
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
No touch that. No touch.
1st down throwing for Hurts. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And the Seahawks getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away. You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
He finds Laporta. And he gets him around 6 there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Now Darnold. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 29-yard line.
Another try following the sack. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Has a hole left, room to run. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Hurts back to the air after the pick. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
73.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Slot receiver headed left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. It's the Titans with 3rd and very long.
No touch that.
Slot man motioned over.
Hey. No touch.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast.
Hey, easy. 63, bang. No touch.
Hurts to throw. Escapes the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Great. Set. Carl Vianney. 63. Hey, 73. Carl Vianney. No touch.
He'll throw it yet again. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
No touch.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And now it's 2nd down.
Great. Set. 73. Yeti. No touch.
Here's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
No touch that. Carl Vianney. Tiger Hornet. No touch.
Throwing from the gun. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a... This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Darnold looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. On 1st down, Hurts. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He'll throw it. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He puts everything behind this one. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Set.
Hurts now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass taken in by St. Brown. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And the Titans will have a first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. Gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. On target to his man Higgins. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Up the sideline, past the 40. Works the sideline inside the 35. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Great. Set. No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. St. Brown's got it. Complete. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in and already they're close to midfield.
No touch.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
Great. Set. Nine. No touch.
Now Hurts. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No touch.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Titans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. They broke out the design, run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense. Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
From the gun on 3rd down. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. If you put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Man in motion out of the slot. Here's Darnold. Higgins makes the catch. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Darnold. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Jeremy Chin has got it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
This, our last play of the quarter. They kick the running back in motion.
73. Hey, Silver.
1st down throwing for Hurts. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack. And that brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. That's the end of the... Offense to the line for 2nd down.
No touchdown.
Another try following the sack. St. Brown there to bring it in.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Into the hands of Bigsby, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it's second down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. Third down coming. Hurts. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Begins his return at the 16. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice return there, 15 yards gain. And it'll be Seahawks football. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot.
And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Complete, it's Myers. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. That's St. Brown working the sideline. Complete. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Hurts now from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
No touch. Hey!
Tight end going in motion here.
63, bang! No touch.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. He sends this one to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free
63,
right at the last moment.
Great. 63. Crowd left, Yeti. 73. Yeti. No touch.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Got a man, it's Bigsby. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Crowd left, Yeti. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back, 2nd down coming up.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Great. No touch.
Back to throw, Hurts. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Great. No touch.
Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans now within 1 score in the 4th. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They go play action here. Flushed out of the pocket. Fits it through the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Tennessee calling its second timeout now, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. He'll throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He'll look to throw it. That's Bigsby. He's got it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Great, set.
To throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Setting up to pass. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. Here we go. The Titans setting up for a big 2-point attempt.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing now. Pass taken in by Sutton. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain. And so as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Delta.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Hey, 73. Hey, Silver. Delta.
From the pistol, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Great, set. Alpha. Delta.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Great, set. Delta.
Again, it's Bigsby. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 1-yard gain on the play, and the Titans will have a first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Headed out right. Now here he goes again. And he's got him down to the 30 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing now from the gun. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll come up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
King.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans break the tie and go up by 6. So this winds up a win for the Titans. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.